Inside Nationwide Arena in downtown Columbus, Ohio, as we are ready for game number 2 for the Columbus Blue Jackets and Los Angeles Kings.
And you'll see tonight's Lexus lineups in the pipes for the Los Angeles Kings. The starting netminder tonight, Jamie Storr. He's played the 2 games thus far. You see his career numbers: 45 wins against 37 losses, a pretty respectable 2.51 goals against average. And down at the other end, his first start as a Columbus Blue Jacket last year, 10 wins, 10 losses, a great .917 save percentage, the youngster Marc Denis.
Ready for this open face-off is our referees tonight: Don Van Vassenhoven, Dean Warren, and his linesman Andy McKelman, and Thor Nelson as Kevin Adams saunters up to the face-off circle for the Blue Jackets. And they're just as revved up tonight inside Nationwide Arena as they were Saturday. Great two-way player Bobby Corkum to take this draw for the Kings, but things start off right for the Blue Jackets as Jamie Heward. He was a healthy scratch Saturday night, so he should be quite active tonight. Heward for the Blue Jackets. It's Adams. Pitches it in front, gobbled up by Los Angeles, and here's a former Atlanta Thrasher, Kelly Buchberger. Buchberger right in front, quick shot. Denis gets a piece of it with his pad.
And I'll tell you what, Dan, Marc Denis loves that. He gets a shot early. It's a tough one. He makes a strong save.
Here's Denis missing the puck. That's Corkum holding in for Los Angeles. Glenn Murray over skates, and it's cleared by shot several feet wide. Denis takes the high stick. Compliments of Jason. Never goal for the Blue Jackets. Shoots it in, chasing down his own dump in. Gets some help from Drury. In the near corner, Drury cycles for Adams to Gardner behind the net. Looking to center, just under the reach of Kuchera. Look out, here come the Kings. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Pálffy over the line, shoots. Denis, huge save, rebound. That's why they call him Lucky Luc. Luc Robitaille puts it into the open net, and it's 1-0 Los Angeles.
And what a great individual effort by Žiggy Pálffy, taking advantage of a Columbus Blue Jackets defenseman getting caught up the ice. It was Frank Kuchera. In fairness to him, the pass was behind him, though. That took him out of the play. An odd man rush in the opposite direction. We'll catch it here. It's a 2-on-1. Pálffy with a shot, stays with it, gets his rebound. Perfect centering pass. And as you mentioned, Lucky Luc on the doorstep. An easy slam dunk. That's the 3rd goal of the year for Luc Robitaille. But give the big assist to Žiggy Pálffy. When you think of Žiggy Pálffy as a goal scorer, he's a pretty good setup man, too.
Luc Robitaille has just scored his 556th goal, now tying Johnny Busick for 16th all-time amongst NHL goal scorers. He loses control, and the Kings come to center. It's Buchberger wearing number 9. Trying to go wide on Nummelin, but the puck poke checked right off his stick, out of play. And here we go, far boards. Mr. Oliva taking over for the Blue Jackets. He's tangled up with Ian Laperriere.
Well, Ian Laperriere led the NHL last year in fighting majors. He had 22, so Oliva, although he has the height advantage, he's fighting a guy who can normally handle himself pretty well. Christophe Oliva, clearly the upper hand there. As we mentioned, Oliva out there to get his team back in this game, to get on the body, perhaps get involved in a bit of a scrap, as he did. And Laperriere, no stranger to the penalty box.
We may have a rematch with those 2 gentlemen.
The night is still young. I was talking with Christophe Oliva yesterday, and he's quite an astronomer. He's got a number of telescopes at home. He loves living in the Columbus area. Last year, he was in New Jersey, the New York area. Said there was too much light pollution out there for him to get a good look at the stars. Likes being in Ohio and especially Columbus, and he's had plenty of number of nights where he's been outside with no clouds in the sky, and he's been able to see all the stars he's wanted.
724 penalty minutes that Mr. Oliva has doesn't seem to tie together with the love of astronomy.
It does not. Dave King realizes his importance to this team, and
off the near boards for Emerson, but read perfectly by Odeline, but gives it away. Here come the Kings. Murray walks in, shoots, hits the crossbar. had Denis beaten, catches Mr. Iron as the goal now knocked off its moorings.
And that might have been a double dinger. That hit the crossbar and then maybe the post before it went out. Another odd man rush for the Los Angeles Kings. Brian Smolinski, it was taken away. The passing lane was taken away. He elected to shoot, which was the right thing to do. You see Smolinski's looking at his support right now, realizes he can't make the pass, goes upstairs, off the crossbar, I believe the bottom of the post. Let's see if we can catch it on the overhead camera. Tough to tell from that angle too, but I thought I saw it change directions a couple of times. And you've got to be lucky to be good sometimes, and Marc Denis a little lucky there, that puck in behind him. No shot on net, but you see the career numbers from Brian Smolinski, 345 total points. Let's see if we can see it on the reverse angle. They're looking upstairs to see whether that crossed the goal line or not. We might be able to tell from this angle. The shot upstairs, crossbar. Yeah, I want to say it hit that left post on the way down and out.
Oftentimes that puck can play tricks with your eyes. It looks like it crosses the crease, but it goes 100 miles per hour off the goalpost. And we're for LA. Wins it back to the point to Berg, but he couldn't hold it in as Berg for Mathias Nordstrom as they're making noise inside Nationwide Arena, trying to spur back these Blue Jackets who are down 1-0. Greg Johnson in on the forecheck. Puck bouncing right in front. Quick shot there by Jason Blake. Denis makes the save, but a tripping call coming up against Columbus.
I think it's
with the right leg. Still the pressure mounting from the Kings. Blake on the point. Cross ice for Schneider. Straight away goes along the right wing boards for Ziggy Pálffy. Moves it in front, taken away there by Timander, and he makes no mistake.
Nice job by the penalty killers to block off that pass through the box. All four of those penalty killers plenty tired. They needed that change.
Gardner and Tyler Wright up front. Kuchera and Pusher on defense. As Kevin Adams waiting to be released from that penalty box. Here's Pusher. Drives it out. Kevin Adams out of the box. The Blue Jackets are at full strength. 8:05 left in the first period. Aggressive Blue Jacket forecheck. Adams in sniffing for the puck. Modry knocks him down. Can't clear. Tyler Wright behind the goal for Adams. Back to Wright. Slithers loose from the check from Corkum. On to Adams to the right point to Pusher. To Adams behind the goal to Tyler Wright. Looking for some room. Two Kings all over him, and it's taken away there as the young rear guard for LA, Višňovský, can't clear it. Here's Gardner's shot blocked. And finally, Buchberger shoots it softly to center.
Scouting trip, and it's fun being here watching a couple of opening games here in Columbus. I think it's just tremendous.
The fans at home have no idea what it takes to be an amateur scout and how many games you see. Just give us an overall picture of what you go through.
Well, an amateur scout probably sees over 200 games a year, and you're on the road probably, I don't know, about 200 days a year.
Well, that's a good brief respite that you get to just come see a couple of games here. Great building, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. They've just done a fantastic job here in Columbus, and I think it's just a tremendous franchise.
Thanks for joining us. Sam McMaster, Dan, Steve.
Matthew Schneider has just expanded this Los Angeles lead to 2-0 on a shot from the point that eludes Marc Denis.
Well, a power play goal, and we've seen it a lot so far. The two defensemen playing catch, trying to set up. Looks like a little interference there with Ziggy Pálffy. He's outside of that blue paint, though, so he's well within the area he can be, and Marc Denis looked right away at the referee. He's not going to get the call. The fake shot by Schneider goes to the wrister. A couple of bodies in front. Looks like Denis got a piece of that puck, or maybe it was redirected by Ziggy Pálffy. Let's see if we can see it from that lower angle. Pálffy coming in, standing on the doorstep. Did you see where that hit?
Marc Denis was taking exception to Zygmunt Pálffy being a little too close to his liking on that shot.
Well, as a forward, you're not allowed to go into that blue paint area, the crease. And I think Ziggy Pálffy was maybe about 6 inches outside of that blue paint area, so Mathieu Schneider, that goal will stand.
Jamie Heward.
Things don't work out that way.
Tyler Wright trying to redirect it to center. Camp with the follow-up. Petteri Nummelin scoots to neutral territory. Nummelin weaves across the LA line. Wristing one, snared by Jamie Story. He wanted to drop it but no open ice to find a spot. 4:45 left in the first period. The Kings 2, the Blue Jackets nothing. Buchberger one-on-one against Pusher. Kelly Buchberger holds up. Trailer, Corkum shoots. Denis save once, twice. He gets them all, and he has the puck underneath him. Odeline steps on the puck, but then finds it and shovels it out. So the first period comes to a close inside Nationwide Arena. A good start for the LA Kings. They pick up 2 goals, one from Luc Robitaille and one from Mathieu Schneider. Some things to discuss for the Blue Jackets here in the intermission.
Well, I think one of the things Dave King is going to want to discuss are the odd man rushes, and you can't have that against a potent team like the LA Kings. They can really make you pay. They had a couple early. They scored on one of them ended up going off the post. I think Dave King will talk to his troops about being back, not taking chances, waiting for the Kings to make mistakes themselves.
This score could be a little bigger than 2-0 if not for some big saves from Marc Denis.
Hey, Marc Denis played great. I mean, he had 13 shots. 2 of them eluded him. A lot of those shots were from rebounds. So, yeah, a good job by him.
Jeff Hogan is standing by with a special LA King.
Right, guys, and you alluded to it. We've got Rob Blake here, and a special welcome home to Rob Blake. Good to be back in the Buckeye State.
It is. It's been a while since we had a few games back in this area, but it's nice to get back.
And a reason to get back here as well. What's it like playing an expansion franchise?
Well, you know, I think they got a great setup here. They got a bunch of hungry guys out there that are working hard. You know, it's nice to come to a different city and see how well the fans take to it and everything in the first game here for us.
Obviously, you guys have gotten off to the start that you wanted.
Yeah, we did. We got out there and, you know, we got an early power play goal there, put us up by 2, but you know, the thing with the expansion team, they keep coming and coming, so you can never let your guard down.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us, Captain Rob Blake. Appreciate it. Have a great second period and rest of the game. Guys, we have plenty more to come on this intermission report on Fox Sports Net. Stay with us.
Nationwide Arena, both the LA Kings and the Columbus Blue Jackets out of their respective locker rooms as we take a look at the Pepsi shots on goal. As it favored the Los Angeles Kings by a large margin.
You see those 6 shots by the Columbus Blue Jackets. 4 of those were from defensemen, 3 from Nummelin, 1 from Jamie Pusher. Jeff Sanderson, the only forward of the Columbus Blue Jackets with shots on net. He had 2 in that first period.
Only 37 seconds of ice time in that first period by Kevin Dineen as he received that high stick in the early going. We never heard from him again.
Yeah, and I don't see him on the bench right now. We'll try and check to see if we can see a little closer. Sometimes tough to pick him up from up here, but we hope he's okay and he's back playing.
Kevin Adams to take this face-off to open up the second period is Smolinski controlling for LA, but Gardner steals and dumps it in. The Blue Jackets in their home white uniform as here comes LA's Zygmunt Pálffy. Over the line to Smolinski, now into Robitaille, returns to Pálffy. Back for Robitaille. 5-on-4 power play here for still another 25 seconds as Odeline Johnny on the spot clears it away.
Well, that's a good job too, because when you get the puck down the ice like that, you eat a good 15, maybe 20 seconds off of the clock, and obviously off of that penalty you're trying to kill.
Pálffy in front. Smolinski waits, deeks behind the goal. Out top to Mathieu Schneider. Across to Pálffy. Pálffy centers in front. Quick shot. Denis save. Covers up on the rebound just as Jamie Heward was let go out of the penalty box.
Quick shot is right. Quick release from Luc Robitaille deep in that slot. The perfect real estate. And let's look from the end zone camera. Our Buffalo Wild Wings cam. The one-touch pass, and look at Robitaille jump on that loose puck. That was through a couple of sets of legs, too. Marc Denis doing a good job focusing on that shot, staying with it, more importantly, covering up the rebound.
Timander, one timing just wide off the end boards. LA back at full strength. Drury to the point. Nummelin's shot doesn't get through. Back come the Kings. Kelly Buchberger. Right in the middle to Glenn Murray. Look out, comes in. The puck rolls off his stick as Glenn Murray. He can fire the puck over 100 miles per hour. Back to the point. Višňovský shot, rebound. They score. Kelly Buchberger puts the rebound into the open net, and LA sees their lead grow to 3-0.
Well, Kelly Buchberger in behind the defense of the Columbus Blue Jackets. It wasn't a hard shot from the point, so he played it himself, stopped it. The wraparound backhand beats Marc Denis, who was left all by himself back there. Good shift there from Murray. He gets it back to the point. The shot comes through. Buchberger all alone in front. A miscommunication there from the Columbus Blue Jackets defenseman. Normally you try and cover guys in front of the net, and Buchberger just slipped in behind, and you see him stop that original shot. A wraparound backhand, it eludes Denis, and that gives the LA Kings a 3-0 lead.
Back come the Blue Jackets. Cron over the line, offside. We'll have a face-off at center with 16:35 remaining in the second period.
And then down the other end, Nummelin, good read on the 2-on-1, intercepted the pass.
Pusher, trouble clearing it out. Kings have been aggressive on the forecheck. Pusher absolutely flattens a King behind his own goal, and a penalty upcoming as the player down, Reinprecht.
Well, Jamie Pusher, unfortunately for him, had one go off the skate of Don Van Massenhoven, the big referee. That created the turnover. That was the tail end of it. Pusher makes Reinprecht pay, but Reinprecht in a vulnerable position. As a player in the NHL, you've got to let up when you see a guy face first into the boards. Pusher doing what comes natural to him, finishing his check. You can't be.
Over the line, back for Schneider, backhand shot, Denis the save, rebound, just shoved wide by Smolinski. Luc Robitaille. The minute left, the Pálffy shot, Denis save, another shot. This time Odeline takes it up high.
Let's hope that wasn't in the facial area. That was high. I'm hoping it was high in his chest because you've got a little protection there. From ice level, that's a tougher save than it looked like off the backhand. Sometimes you don't know which way the puck is coming off the stick. But a little later on, there's Lyle Odeline clearing a man to the side of the net. He'll catch it in front. We'll see the wind up. Looks like it gets redirected. Well, that was the initial save. The rebound comes out. Watch Lyle Odeline. Oh, yeah, he takes one right in the gut. And there's an area there between the top of your shoulder pads and your pants, a portion of your stomach that's left exposed. Aside from those iron rock abs that Lyle Odeline has, there's not a lot of protection. I'm sure that knocked the wind out of him momentarily. Stung him a little bit. The other team is down a man. They're great penalty kills.
Here they come, quick shot. Jamie Storr making the save as Nummelin broke in from the right side.
Well, Nummelin's doing it all, really. And Tyler Wright getting involved with somebody right now. Big Matthias Nordstrom, who you mentioned in that first period, physical for a European player. Great plus-minus stats over the last couple of years. Of course, he was paired almost exclusively with Rob Blake. That's not the case this year. Rob Blake playing an awful lot with Mathieu Schneider. We'll see that last rush up ice. And that's Nummelin, the defenseman. He's still out there. That's the end of a shift. Good shot. Good low hard shot to the right side of the net. Storr with the save.
It's Adams looking to move it in front. Still with the puck, Kevin Adams. Peels off on his backhand, trying to stuff it in. Storr has all the holes covered up. Here's Drury in the corner. Kicks it loose for Oliva. And Christophe Oliva back for Drury. Oliva now standing in front of Storr, blocking his eyesight as the Kings shoot the puck out of play. Deneen with some extracurricular activities with Matthias Nordstrom.
And then, as any good teammate would do, big Christophe Oliva comes in to have words with Nordstrom. Of course, Nordstrom has a size advantage on Kevin Deneen. I don't think he has any advantage on Oliva. Oliva's all business right now.
He is one big bad hombre.
Oh, and I think it was Dave King who took one in the head. And you think hockey players have it tough? Coaches have it tough too. Somebody shot it. That's going to require stitches. That's a nasty gash over the eye of head coach Dave King, right over that right eye. Chris Miser, the athletic trainer, trying to help him out there with a towel and some ice. Let's see who shoots it. It gets chopped up. That was Nordstrom who shot the puck up. Sometimes tough to see when you've got all those big bodies sitting on the bench, and obviously caught Dave King in the face.
Here's Drury, the shot for the point, and we have a little fisticuffs after the whistle. A melee behind the LA goal, and Christophe Oliva in the midst of it all.
He grabbed Craig Johnson, and Craig Johnson, not normally a fighter. I don't think Oliva knew who it was, but he took a shot at him. Everyone else paired up right now. Craig Johnson not too happy about that.
What are those players saying, Steve, in the heat of a battle?
Well, I don't know if we can repeat it right now, but I don't think he's asking him how his mom's doing. Let's put it that way. Craig Johnson, kind of a skilled player. He's got great speed. And I don't know if he's ever been involved in a fight, but
that puck, but can move it out. Quick centering pass, the shot, Denis, save, and the rebound right through the blue paint of the crease. Back come the Blue Jackets. Vaborny wide on Modry. Modry hauls him down, no call. Here's Yaroslav Modry, slowly to center. Drury gets in his way. Backing him up, though. Here comes LA over the line. Quick shot, Denis, the save.
I tell you, Dan, he's been a star in this game, and we've talked about it before. Yeah, he's given up 3 goals, but he has really made some strong saves for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Another one, this time point blank from the stick of Žiggy Pálffy. I'll take that back. That's Višňovský who gets in. The defenseman jumps up ice and blasts one in on Denis. Looked like he caught that between his catching hand and his body. See the shots faced tonight, 25. His saves, 22.
Marc Denis looking very young at age 23, the baby-faced goaltender, but he has been awesome tonight, right from the face-off. That
7 games.
Pálffy on the point for this LA power play. Good pass to Laperriere. Cuts through the defense, right in front for Robitaille, but Kuchera lifted his stick just in the nick of time. Robitaille waits, fires, Denis, save, rebound out in front, and Denis has it, trying to throw it out. He does, but the whistle sounds.
Well, that's one way to get the puck out of danger. Marc Denis dropped his stick, used his blocker, and chucked it down the ice. Unfortunately, the whistle had already gone. That's the right play. When you're under pressure, get a whistle. And I think Marc Denis realized a little later that the sea had kind of opened. He had a little bit of room to maybe go with it. And there he goes from center field, throwing it into home plate.
He has had a lot of traffic in front of his goal. One of the LA goals, Zygmunt Pálffy, a controversial goal, was draped all over him as the puck entered. Heward on the point, high slot, Sanderson shot. Directed wide through traffic, 2 seconds, Sanderson, snap shot. Sails wide, and the period comes to a close. A good finish by Columbus, showing some offensive excitement there.
Well, they had some good flurries. I mean, the power play, they had some good opportunities, and towards the end of the second period, they had some good shots. Marc Denis, outstanding in that second frame, though. When there were breakdowns, he was there. And if it wasn't for him, it would be a lot more than 3-0.
Good test for Marc Denis. As we mentioned, he is only 23 years old, getting some experience and getting some confidence here in front of the hometown crowd.
Well, he's also getting some much-needed playing time with players that he doesn't really have much chemistry with yet. And, of course, the more he plays with these guys, the more familiar he'll be, especially with his defensemen. A lot of interaction between goaltenders and D. That's very important to any netminder's game.
And now we'll move downstairs to Jeff Hogan, who was with another Jeff.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks, guys. Jeff Sanderson here. And what are the Kings doing to keep you guys off pace a little bit?
Well, they got up such a big lead early in the game that they basically went into a little bit of a defensive shell, not necessarily forechecking as hard as they did to get the lead, and just kind of relying on their defensemen. And it's up to us forwards really to get in there and create some more chances. We did a little better job that period, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us in the third here.
Another night that you'll have to go out and win the third and win it big to win the game.
Yeah, we've got a really big hill to climb here, but I like the way that we worked coming down the end of this period here. We just got to get that first one out of the way.
All right, thanks a lot, Jeff Sanderson, for joining us here on the Bank One second period intermission report. Plenty more to come right after this.
Los Angeles Kings leading the Columbus Blue Jackets 3-0 as we glance at our Pepsi shots on goal.
Well, the Blue Jackets almost doubled their production from the first period, 11 in that second frame. Remember, they only had 6 in the first period. LA with another 13, so they've doubled up their total to 26.
There's a rough second period for Blue Jackets head coach Dave King.
Well, that looks a lot worse than it actually is, I think. This is just seconds after it happened. They've got a couple of butterflies in there that won't stay on because of all the blood. He took a puck in the head. One of the LA Kings trying to clear it down the ice. And you see, he's even talking to the referee now. Yeah, I might look like Frankenstein, but I feel a lot better. And you know what? I guess part of that, I thought it was going to be hidden in his eyebrow. That's giving him a third eyebrow. I was hoping it was in his eyebrow.
Still that serious, stern look on his face with his Blue Jackets down 3-0. Looking at Marc Denis, he has been heroic back in the Blue Jackets goal. This could be worse than 3-0. Third period under the line. Here comes Glenn Murray with Corkum. Murray one-timing, labeled for the far goal post. Denis grabs it. A minute left in the power play. Sanderson weaves through traffic to Hines. Wrist shot, Store, save. Kron just missed jamming home the rebound. Up with Pateri Nummelin, number 33. This is Timander. Fires in. Rob Blake can't move it out. Tyler Wright on the forecheck. Wright, wrap around. He scores! Tyler Wright! And we have some action on the Blue Jackets side of ice as they cut the Kings lead to 3-1. Their first ever power play goal.
And what a great individual effort by Tyler Wright. Boy, this was a skill move. Picking this puck up along the boards in full flight. He'll kick it up to his stick and watch the wraparound. There he kicks it up to his stick. Looks to see if there's an outlet. There isn't. Tries the wraparound. We saw Adams try it earlier in the second. He puts it off the netminder and into the net. Watch the kick right here. Kicks it up to his skate. He had to lift his right foot to make sure he got it on his stick. And then he made the decision while he's behind the net. The quick wraparound. It looks like it maybe went off the stick of Jamie Stork. That's a huge goal for Columbus. Gets him right back into this game.
And this place is jumping. We'll see if the Blue Jackets can feed off of the home crowd. Only a 2-goal deficit now. Nordstrom to Robitaille, losing to Jamie Pusher. This is Vaborny with the pass. Schneider and Blake. The usual suspects back on the point. Up front, Smolinski, Robitaille, and Zygmunt Pálffy. Adams and Gardner, the two forward penalty killers for Columbus as they're changing. Kevin Dineen hops over the boards, gets the puck. Trying a bank pass to Adams, taken away. Pálffy shoots, he scores! Zygmunt Pálffy, as that might have been the nail in the coffin. Power play goal, LA, as their lead is now 4-1.
And that's exactly what you did not want to happen. Take a penalty and they get scored on. Columbus had all the energy back on their side after that goal by Tyler Wright. Now it's clearly back on the LA Kings side of the center red line. Ziggy Pálffy with that heavy shot. You see all sorts of time in prime real estate, about 20 feet out. Just tees off. And he did get a piece of it. Not quite enough to keep it out. And Ziggy Pálffy gets the goal. Look at Columbus has got a chance to clear here, and Kevin Dineen just can't get it through the legs of Captain Rob Blake. Rob Blake will end up getting an assist on the play.
You see this is a game of inches there, Steve. If another inch, and we might have an odd man rush for Columbus. Off Shalhoub kicks it in front as Blake, a rare miscue. Shalhoub to Nummelin. Vaborny, right shot, huge save. Jamie Storr, probably the save of the game for Mr. Storr. To Timander. His pass knocked down by Glenn Murray. Murray, nice little pass to Blake, jumps in, shoots. Weak shot, gloved by Marc Denis.
Well, Jamie Storr, good one-touch passing by the Columbus Blue Jackets forwards, working it around. It's Tyler Wright who finally gets the shot. Let's watch from the overhead cam. Oh, that's a good save. Yeah, he had his glove down there and moved it a little bit. Didn't quite glove it, but he stopped it. Got it airborne, and the LA Kings defenseman got it going the other way.
Center, he does. Wright couldn't find the handle. Cleared by LA. Once again, the Blue Jackets back on the attack, but Hewart stood up. Great job to keep it in almost as Robitaille there, the opportunist, carries it over the Jacket line. Kuchera steals the puck. It's fumbled a bit. Quick shot. They score. Luc Robitaille is second of the night. 5-1 Los Angeles.
And you can't do that when you've got snipers like Pálffy and Robitaille on the ice. A turnover by the Columbus Blue Jackets deep in their zone. You got to feel sorry for Marc Denis. Not much of an opportunity there for him to do anything. Ron Tugnutt with some encouraging words for the rest of the bench. You see the play, or I should say the break-in play deep in the Columbus zone. Jamie Heward and František Kuchera, the two defensemen out there, lost the puck. Kuchera tried to make the move, then off the stick of Heward, so it was kind of a combined effort there. The puck bouncing, no one really able to get it until it was on the stick of Robitaille there. Kuchera missing on the backhand, gets poked away again, and there's lucky Luc Robitaille in the right place at the right time.
Now sole possession of 16th place all time in the NHL, surpassing Johnny Busen. Here's Blake hammering the shot from the point. Off of the sprawl and Teddy Drury and out of play. Feed off of Petteri Nummelin, ricocheting ahead to Stevie Hines. In across the line to Nummelin. High slot, Nummelin walks in. Quick shot there by Kron. Blocked, rebound, flipped over the goal as Stevie Hines was there.
Even the defensemen out there can skate. Rob Blake's a good skater, Matthias Nordstrom. And when you can get everyone on your team skating that well, it's really tough to penetrate. And I think that's what the Blue Jackets have found.
In the high slot, Los Angeles. Quick shot by Reinprecht, side of the goal, a shot, they score. Jason Blake had empty net, and it's now 6-1 LA.
Boy, we've seen 2 or 3 of those slam dunks tonight. Jason Blake just standing on the doorstep, and a breakdown again. The puck ends up on his stick, and he slams it home. Let's watch it from the other end of the rink on the Buffalo Wild Wings cam. You get a good idea of what happened in front of Marc Denis. See the play come out of the corner again. Višňovský, the defenseman, down low, and as Marc Denis was moving from his left to his right, the puck slides by him, and Sloan right there. Not a big guy as you can see, but he's got plenty of heart, and he's given the Kings a 6-1 lead.
Kevin Adams on this face-off to win it back for Jamie Pusher, as the Blue Jackets, as Steve mentioned, playing for their next game, trying to build some momentum. They play the Calgary Flames next as they begin a 3-game road trip. And now Dineen getting up high. The 2 number 11s clash. Aki Berg right up the gut over the jacket line. Drop pass for Craig Johnson. In front, quick shot. They score! Reinprecht roofs it. And it's now 7-1.
Well, that's the first ever NHL goal for Steve Reinprecht. Highly touted collegiate player. Great career. Looking for a long NHL career. Breakdown again in front of the net. Easy slam dunk for him also. Just a stick-to-stick pass. Reinprecht right on the doorstep. Put it past Marc Denis. I think Luke wants him to go grab the puck. Nice play here by Greg Johnson, going on the backhand. Reinprecht all alone. Not a heck of a lot Marc Denis could do. And you see him go upstairs with it. Denis almost got across in time, but Reinprecht, his first in the NHL.
This is a learning process. Faithful on here inside Nationwide. Sanderson breaks in over for Hines, just missing that pass. Modry and Hines duel in the corner. Knocked loose, and it's Johnson. Acquired by Los Angeles in the Wayne Gretzky trade. Turns it over. Sanderson right in front for Kron. One timing. Storr makes the stop.
Jamie Storr has not had a lot to stop in this third period, but he has stayed sharp. A great centering opportunity right onto the stick of Robert Kron. Kron tried to one-time it right back into the midsection of Jamie Storr. You look back on this game, Dan, and I think you have to say one of the turning points was the penalty Oliva took in that third period. Tyler Wright had just scored on the power play to get them back in the game at 3-1. It looked like they had a little bit of momentum. And that's what happens sometimes when you take undisciplined penalties. It can set you back, and it certainly set the Columbus Blue Jackets back as LA scored on their power play.
LA looks like a different hockey club from last year, spreading out their offense, and one of those gentlemen we touched on, Mathieu Schneider, on the blue line. Here's Columbus's Serge Aubin. Final minute. Aubin looking for some positives here. Send the Blue Jackets to the locker room with the goal. Cycles down low to Vaborny. David Vaborny forced to the boards. Leaving for Tyler Wright. Heward moving in from the point. Wright kicks it loose to Vaborny. Aubin, the lone Blue Jacket in front, moving down behind the goal. 8 seconds. Tyler Wright. Right in front for Aubin, knocks the puck down, leaves it for Heward, but he was going the other way, and the first tough loss for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They fall to the Los Angeles Kings 7-1, and as we mentioned, Steve, the big turning point in the third period. Los Angeles came jumping right from the start.
Well, they really did it, and not a lot to be too embarrassed about here. The Los Angeles Kings, they're very good. I predict they'll finish in the top 5 in the Western Conference. They've retooled this team a little bit. I like the job Andy Murray's done behind the bench. He's got these goal scorers buying into a defensive system. They are very responsible in their own end, and he's got goal scorers. He's got guys who can put the puck in the net. And basically the best players for the LA Kings were better than the best players for the Columbus Blue Jackets tonight.
We look ahead to this 3-game road trip the Blue Jackets are about to embark on. They start off in Calgary. They then go to Colorado. They'll be in Colorado on Saturday night. That's the Avalanche's home opener, and they're one of the most powerful teams in the NHL. Where do you see the Blue Jackets' best chance for a win? Then Chicago on Sunday night.
Well, you know, all 3 really tough places to win, and you know, take your pick. They might be able to surprise a team like the Colorado Avalanche, maybe take them a little lightly. As we look at our Bud Light player of the game, it was Ziggy Pálffy, just the 1 goal, but he had 3 helpers, 3 assists, a 4-point night for Ziggy Pálffy, and there's his goal, a rocket. That's your Bud Light player of the game.
Our Ohio Health save of the game. We take a look at the Blue Jackets goaltender Mark Denis coming up with a big save.
Well, he had a number tonight. Take your pick. This coming from that second period. It was a backhand, looked harmless, tougher save to make though than it looks.
And our Pizza Hut play of the game, the lone power play goal by the Blue Jackets, their first ever.
And a great individual effort. It really was a play of the game, kicking it up to his stick and then slamming it home for the goal.
So the Blue Jackets fall in defeat 7-1 tonight in front of the hometown crowd on Columbus Day. Again, Calgary, Colorado, and Chicago upcoming. Join us Saturday night when the Jackets visit the Avalanche. Good night for now.